Okay. Um, I'm gonna do a few puzzles. I don't think I'm gonna try to do puzzles for too long. I'll do like five or something like that, and then I'm gonna play, I don't know, like two rapid games and actually analyze them. That's something I've been doing a really good job, like actually calculating a lot more. Although in game, I'm still struggling like to manage the time and calculate in a game properly. But my puzzle rating has gone up a lot. I'm almost at 1700 now on puzzles. But yeah, I still need like in the games it's a lot harder to do. Like with the puzzle, there's like some big winning move you can make, whereas like in a game, a lot of times there's not, and you don't know that though, you know. Okay. Um, this is blocked here, so that's not very good. Take this one looks really rough. I don't. There's not a lot I can do. Um, this is like the only really forcing move I'm seeing, and it's kind of like I go here, they either go behind it or just take it. I guess actually, if they take it, I can like do this and get a check. Where does that lead to? Um, I mean, it doesn't feel good because like they have a bishop, I don't have a bishop. So like my only real advantage is my passed pawn. So if I just sack the pawn to get a check and I have no other pieces backing this up, like I don't see how that's going to go anywhere. Take, take, check, and then like, well, not that check, sorry. This check, and then where is the king gonna go? I mean, I feel like it doesn't even matter. Like, say it just goes here, and then I do like check again. And at that point, I have nothing, like, I don't think that's the answer. Hmm. This is so hard. I don't see a way to deal with this bishop either. Like, right here, take, take. I just don't see it, man. I don't see anything here. This is like here maybe, and then just push. I mean, the bishop's defense, like this square is just not going anywhere. Oh, this check. I don't know why I missed it. What was I even looking at? I was looking at this, which isn't even correct. Like you can't do that. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay. So it's got to be this then. Where are they going to go from there? I mean, if they go here, I think this is going to lead to checkmate. Do they have any other move? Like here, it's just checkmate. It's this is it. Yeah. I don't know why that one took me so long. I just was like missing that diagonal somehow. But that's how I've been getting my rating up is like I don't move it. Like I don't get frustrated and just like, "Oh, I don't know, I'll just try this. Like just try to move the pawn or whatever and see if I'm wrong. But just like you can actually calculate it, like if you just calculate it, which I hadn't, which I honestly hadn't been doing before. So okay. I have like this check, I have this check, I have this check. So I have to calculate them all now. If I start with this one, that just looks like it's probably wrong, but so let's look at that later. This looks like this is the most likely, I think. Here, they are forced to go here. That doesn't really let my bishop do anything. Go here, he goes here, and then if I go here, he can go back up here. At which point I could bring the bishop in. And then he's forced. I lost the thread here. Okay. So here, check. I need to start like d8 check. Uh, yeah, the only place I can go f7, king f7. Then I go back to d7, check again. Uh, he has to go back to f8. But now my queen is on this square, and I do this, and this is all blocked off. This is blocked off. This is it. So they have to go here. Then I go to E. Oh, I no, this is not gonna work. Hmm. Hmm. You know, like in a real game, like I would probably try to calculate for a while. I would just be like, all right, cool, just take this bishop. Like, just take it. What are they gonna do to me after I take the bishop? Like, but yeah. What if I start with this check? I like the idea of just like start with this check and then take this, and then I have like this double diagonal thing. But I don't know if I really need to take this. Take here, or check here. Um, if he goes that way, no, he can't go that way, so he has to go. This is probably it. He goes to e8. Then I go to e6. Then he's forced, I think, to e8. I lost it again. Check. Check. You can check on e7. I think I'm gonna mate on this square. I should probably calculate this better. I'll make this the last puzzle. Yeah, I calculated correctly. Okay. So, oh hey, what's up, boss? Arcade gaming. I forgot. What do you play? You play. I looks like you play fighting games. It's like Bison in here. It looks like I'm Bison. I'm not sure. I really wish I was like watching some Super Turbo videos. Like I always have like in the back of my mind, like maybe I could play Super Turbo, but it's just like I don't know. I was at the arcade the other day, and they have Street Fighter Five, which I can't really play, and they actually have Street Fighter Four, and there are these dudes playing, and they were like so bad. I was with my kid, or like the it's weird. Like I've had that happen a few times. Like I'll go to an arcade and they have Street Fighter Four, and I'll actually play someone, and it's just like it's just not even fun. Like it's just not fun. Like if they're just really bad. If it would be different if there were like a lot of people and people really cared about it, but it's just like some dude just playing casually, and you go in and play him and you just destroy him, and they're just like, okay, yeah, well, you know combos or whatever. Yeah, I really miss Street Fighter Four, man. Like, um, it's just like I can't play. Like I tried to play it online a few times, and it's just the netcode is so much worse than I remember. Like it's just really hard to play that online. Okay, so my opponents always play two knights defense. Not always, but like I would say 60% of the time or more, they play two knights, which is a legit. Okay, they do this. I'm sad. I want to get like if I get better at chess, I want to make like chess videos similar to what my fighting game videos were like really focused on beginners, like helping beginners get confident in reaching intermediate level or whatever. But I'm still trying to reach an intermediate level. So yeah, chill, dude. So if I take like okay, it's just we have like this cat and it just like climbs on our fence and it just makes my dog go stick. Okay. So like if I take here and he takes back and I take back, I should just know this offhand. Like I feel like I just know it without calculating. It's just like part of the opening, and my opponent wasn't supposed to do this. But let's just see what happens. I don't. I just like don't believe that this is. Oh, they're gonna check me. Like, no, there's another check. They have this check, which doesn't do anything really. And I'm ready to castle. They're probably just gonna play like. I don't know. I don't think they have anything here. This just looks bad for them. Okay, what are they trying to do here? They're trying to block that check for one. I don't. That check doesn't really do anything. So. Right, I'm gonna castle. Whenever I play the Italian game, like one of my main ideas is to just have the pressure here. Um, I'm thinking of doing this because it threatens to do that, but I need to make sure it's not just gonna blunder my queen somehow. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. It seems like it's safe, but I don't like this is what I was talking about with calculating. Like I have to manage my time somewhat, and as much as I would like to try to calculate like every possible line here, it just I'm gonna run out of time if I do that. And like I calculated like something like this doesn't work because then I just can do that. I did look at this. I don't remember what I determined off of that. I think I just pulled my queen back here. This move wasn't good. Oh wait, I calculated this doesn't do anything because I can just do this now. Stop. This is just checkmate. I think that's just checkmate, man. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to use the engine. This isn't going to be much analysis, but I don't remember. Like, I think it was on Chessable. I was like learning the Italian game, and it was basically like if they do anything that isn't fighting for control of the center, you just take control of the center because what happens is you're forcing trades, and then you end up with a lot of tempo, and they have like zero development. And like, what did this accomplish? So I castled. I could have. What if I had just gone here straight away? I mean, I don't know what they would have ended up playing. Like, I just went here without castling first. Does it is it more effective like this or not? I don't know. How do they actually prevent checkmate from this spot? I mean, they can definitely like. I was looking at this. I can't checkmate anymore. And actually, I miscalculated this because if I had gone like this, they could just take this, and now I don't have really anything. So if they had gone like that, um, I guess I could have done this maybe, because then this is defended. They can't castle anymore. I could go hit this if I wanted or do something else. But yeah, I mean they didn't even see the checkmate threat, so that was kind of a stupid game. I hope they do too. This guy's higher rated. He probably will. Okay, this is French defense, I think. I don't know any theory against the French defense. I just try to. If I'm trying to think, what's the bad thing if I take, and how bad is that? Because he might not even take back, right? If I take, they could just bring their queen in, for example. I'm just gonna experiment. I don't think that this can be a blunder. I mean, it could be, but I don't really know what they're gonna do. Like that's why I can't really calculate. Like I could try to go through all the possible moves they could have, but take. I guess I could have at least calculated beyond this, right? I thought I was just thinking of doing this. Like obviously my king is very exposed, but so is theirs. This doesn't. This just gives them free development. Can they? Uh, okay, I'm just gonna do this. This just seems like a logical move that probably can't backfire. No, they probably have to play knight f6 or something. Uh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try the castle queen side, I think. And I'm putting the bishop here because this pawn is likely to end up being weak. And this pawn is gone, so they can't pressure from there. I mean, they can do this, but that doesn't really do anything. They don't. I don't think they're going to want to push these pawns. They're just going to castle. It looks like. I'm going to do this. So this pawn is getting pressured now. It's defended twice. Like I'm probably not going to be able to immediately do much, but they have to be careful about moving their queen because this will get or like this knight, for example. Now I'm just going to castle queen side. Yikes, that's not good. Looks like I blundered that. I wasn't. Yeah, that's not good. When I castled queenside, I should have thought. Yeah, I just didn't think about that as a potential attack. Um, what can I do? Yeah, I think I'm just fucked on that. I mean, I can. I just want to find an aggressive, a good developing move I can make for after I lose my rook. Um, oh, I can. Well, no, I have to. I have to just move my queen out of the way. So there's not really any good moves here. I'm just gonna do that. I want to take back with my queen. I don't want my king coming out like that. This is a big mistake. What? Why aren't they taking my rook? Oh my god. All right, let me think. Why are they not taking my rook? Well, do they have an even better threat that's coming out here? Like this is a bit threatening, obviously, but I could just move my rook out of the way. or attack the bishop or something. I mean, obviously this is defended. I'm just gonna move my rook. Or do I want to do that pawn? Not really. It's scary that they didn't take the rook. Like that really makes me feel like they have a checkmate idea, and they just don't care about the rook as much as just getting the mate through or whatever. But okay, so this is being attacked now. Um, I was trying to figure out how I would get out of this attack without it being bad or whatever. Tempted to do something like this because I'm threatening to hit there too. But my queen could potentially get like. The main thing is this isn't defended. So, like, they can't just move a pawn. And I'll just. Oh, this is defended actually. No, shit. Yeah, so like if I go here and they just attack me with the pawn, and then I take here, there's then I'm kind of it's a spot where I probably am going to get trapped. So I don't think I want to go in. I think I'd rather move back somewhere. I almost just want to do this and make a battery. That seems good. Yeah. So they moved that just so my bishop wouldn't take it, basically. Um, if I just take with the pawn, they can push their pawn and kick out my knight. Uh, feels like I can't really let them just take my pawn now. So I'm totally happy if they take with their knight for some reason. I don't think they will. I would want them to. Oh, I just realized I'm an idiot. I just undefended this pawn. That's why they were doing this whole thing. So they're gonna take here. Um, Probably I'll move over because I want to move over here anyway. But like with this pawn gone, it's a lot worse, obviously. Yeah, I'm not crazy about my position here. Kind of low level tactic I can do is I don't know what they're gonna do here, but like it's so like just attack this knight. If they just ignore it, I just take, and then this is hanging. That could be a way to just win some easy material. Okay, they actually take. That surprises me. Um, so if I just take it back, and now their bishop is hanging, so they need to move it if they don't realize that. they can go for that A2 pawn if they want. Okay, they do realize it. This is not hanging. Trying to find something really forcing that I might have. Like in a queen sacrifice, they take check. They yeah, I don't have enough attack to do that. I would need like a bunch of other pieces. So I just need to get this rook out basically. Um, just gonna go to a dark square. I mean, they can maneuver around here, but right now this is attacked, so they need to move in. And they pretty much have to go here, right? Which is kind of scary because this is getting piled on, and I have like no defense of my king. The thing is, like, if they do go here, I can just take this. So maybe they don't want to do that. I think they're probably calculating like, okay, uh, this looks interesting. I can if they take back, I can take back with my queen. It's just a trade down though, right? Like we both lose a bishop and a queen, and that's it. I don't really know if that favors me. I need to get my other pieces out. I think this is like the moment to do it. And yeah, I just need to get everything out here. I think I'm underestimating the risk of this attack. Like, yeah, there's just a lot of things they have going on. Oh, I I was counting on just taking with the bishop, but I didn't realize that they had two things pointing at the spawn now. This is like I'm just preventing the pass pawn from getting in, but this is like a whole new problem, obviously. I think I'm playing too slow. I'm just gonna do this and hope for the best, I guess. Now they could do that. Fuck. Didn't see it until I moved the piece. Oh, it's checkmate. Okay, they can just checkmate. Sure. Yeah, I shouldn't have allowed that to happen. I think I was just badly underestimating my opponent's threat the entire time, and I kind of knew I was, but I just like didn't. So I don't. I'm gonna look at the opening explorer because I don't think I'm gonna be able to analyze that properly. D4 is the correct. Yeah, correct. It's like I just want to make sure my moves made sense. You know. E takes D5 is a valid line. That's what I mostly want to see. That's the exchange variation of the French. Knight F3 is the most common. Knight C3 is still totally normal. Bishop F4 here was pretty non-standard. So I think this is where I've diverged from the opening, basically. They would say knight F3, which is like super logical looking. Why did I play this again? I remember I said I wanted to target this pawn that could become weak. And I wanted to castle queenside quickly. That's why I did it. But seems like it's not a good move. Bishop D. What are they? Knight F3. Bishop E7. Why do I? Bishop E7 is okay. Yeah, I don't really know what to. This was like so this was like the really big blunder, I guess. Like I think this was a blunder already, but this I need to be more aware of like when my queen is on a diagonal, like knowing what's going to be behind my queen. What? One side. Nino, what? Get in here. One side. And I mean, from here, I was basically just like, this should have just been a loss already. Like, I moved the bishop here because I didn't want to get taken. Probably this was a bit, instead of moving the bishop, um, I should have done this because it would have at least allowed some like tempo. I think that's the most analysis I want to do on that. White 3 times in a row. Oh, they aborted. Okay. We're going to get black now, I'm sure. I like playing white because like there's a chance of my opponent just playing the 2 knights defense, which is like just really fun for me to play. And then uh, what I don't like about playing white though is when my opponent plays something like the French defense. I'm just I don't really know what I'm doing. You know, it's just kind of like the most theory I know about the French defense is that they're supposed to their biggest problem is they have a bad bishop. Like I don't really know what to do with that, you know. I could have at least thought about it as like when I brought that bishop in. I think that the opening explorer was saying the most common move was for them to bring their bishop out and just offer the trade. And maybe that has something to do with their whichever bishop it is that's bad. It shouldn't have been that one because uh, but it probably had to do with like the bishop I had was the color. Where did I put my yeah black? Okay, and God damn it. This is another one like the Nimzo. When my opponent plays d4, I go Nimzo, and then okay, well they're transposing sort of or something. But like normally you have this to pin. I don't want to move this until it's gonna pin, and then I never know what to do. Like if I can't move this yet, I don't know what to do. I usually just do like a sensical developing move here. So I go here, they're gonna bring out their knight there or something, and then I know there's some line like where you just go like this and castle. I've done that a few times, but I feel like I usually end up in a pretty big space disadvantage. I'm gonna try this. Or what if I just set up Fianchetto right now? Let's start with the knight, I guess. Yeah, I guess I'll Fianchetto. Like if they're gonna make the pawn chain like this, I can have my bishop on. But basically, what I'm doing is like I don't know where to put this bishop yet, so I'm finding ways to develop on the other side. I just don't know if that's good or not. I have no idea. Nino, can you stop doing that, man? Do you want to go out of here? I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. Like I need to. I just want to make sure I develop something on every turn whenever possible. My opponent has not really created any threats yet. I should just be able to do that. Okay. Now I can do this. And they've undefended here, so I'm thinking of just like going here just to open that attack and hope they don't see it. What is this queen move? They're gonna castle here. Okay. Also, the take back gets better. I can't decide if this makes any sense. Like the problem is this doesn't really go anywhere good. I guess I could reroute it, which feels stupid, but if I go here and they just move their knight, I pretty much have nothing, and then my knight is on the rim. This is potentially good if this bishop ever moves. I don't see a way to make it move though, so I guess I could play like here and then eventually do that or something. Seems iffy. I'm actually gonna just do the reroute. Because if my opponent doesn't move that knight right now, they're gonna lose their rook. It's a shame I didn't have like a knight move that created an actual threat. I guess I could have just taken a pawn and then said like, okay, do you really want to open this file on your king? And when you take the pawn back, you're guaranteeing that you lose your your rook. I think that actually made more sense. Maybe not like an engine optimal move or something, but a but like as far as at this level of play, like I guarantee that I get a pawn and then I'm attacking the queen. So they pretty much have to take, and then I get another pawn. Then they have to move. Like, whatever they do, they're going to lose the rook. So I think that was correct. Because right now I have like this reroute allowed me to, it's okay. I can castle after this. I can always take this pawn even if they move this down. I can take the pawn if I want. Potentially, I could get trapped if I'm not careful. But I think the forcing line was better. I was guaranteed to win material, and now I'm not. So they see it. I'm still gonna take the pawn. Let me think. What if they play f3? They can't. Just, they have to move their rook out of the way. I think we just want to bring it back. So obviously, I was not calculating, or that wouldn't have happened. I saw it after I made the move, but I didn't even think about like what happens after I move this back. Like, I looked at it, was like, oh, shit. Well, that's not good. They can do this now. No, they can't. I feel like I lost already. Like I just don't see anything good I can do here. I'm doing this because I need to castle queenside. This is like the worst castling ever, but I think if I get my rooks connected, I can try to like use the open file because their rooks are they should probably just castle like right now and not allow me to fight back with my rooks. I'm not sure though. Like they also have other stuff they can do. Like they can. This is yeah, yeah. No, it's not. Like rerouting that knight actually helped a lot because they're both defending a lot of these squares and they just don't have their knights aren't close enough. They need to move their knights in or something. It's not exactly feasible for them to do that right now. So I don't. Maybe their position's not really as good as I thought. We're both kind of in a. They have more space than I do, but like neither of us can really develop. Like my bishop is better. This bishop's not really doing. This bishop is still pinning the knight. By the way, does that doesn't really. I can't get at this knight anyway. So I really think their best move was just to castle. Okay, they do that. That was pretty reasonable. Like this is annoying as shit. I think I have to stop the knight from being able to come in like that. I just do not want that to happen. Like I was just talking about the reason they can't really attack me is because their knights aren't in, and their knights are having a hard time to get in, blah blah blah. And then yeah, um, in a castle. Like once I castle, I can just bully that rook away, and then the open file is like mine. Oh, they go for this now. Interesting. Uh, yeah, I was saying if they did this, I just was going to take it with my knight. I'm trying to figure out why that would be. Oh, because they have the queen in now. Shit. Was that there the whole time? So I take back here. Yeah, it's like I take, they take, I take, and then their queen is gonna end up here with like. I think if I just castle, I'm okay. I think just as long as I don't take back, I think taking back was a trap there. I can go down a pawn. I don't like it's not like good, but and the bishop in here is a problem. Just take on that pawn. This is undefended. Can do this. Oh no, they just maybe that's okay. Let me think. Go here. Take. 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 And they also have this. Jesus Christ. Okay, well that's not gonna work. I just go here or something. And they just yeah, they can't yeah, maybe that's right. I think I'd rather leave this one pointed at the dude. Okay, we'll try that. I mean, a problem now is that I don't really want to lose both of my rooks. Like trading down when they're up this much is getting pretty bad. One thing though is like my knight can pretty easily get in unless they move a pawn, I guess. I don't really know what they're calculating here. I feel like you just have to. Maybe they could play Queen G6. No, they couldn't. My knight would just take it. Yeah, I don't really know what they're calculating here. Like, it seems pretty clear cut. You just need to take. Yeah. So interesting. I can reveal an attack on the bishop. Probably this is going to be a decent move to make. This is obviously very scary, but I do have stuff defending that. Uh, I really like the look of this. So basically, if they don't notice the exposed attack, I can just take that bishop and a knight. And it's just, I'm going up a piece. Okay, I actually didn't think about that. Like, obviously, I can take this, but then. Oh no, my queen is defending that. It's fine. It's fine, but it's not good. Like, we just, like, instead of going up a piece, we just traded. My king is becoming more and more exposed, and yeah, it's just looking a little bit bad. If this knight moves, I can look at doing this again. I don't I don't really think it's that good of a move. It kind of gets my bishop in like an attacking position, but I don't see a lot of attacking prospects here. They have like annoying stuff they can do like that. Although then I just get to do this. I think that's fine for me. Kind of odd that move because I like if you really look at what does the queen get to do now? You can't go here because of the bishop. Can't go here because of the pawn. Can't go here because of the knight. So the main thing it's doing is it's defending these that weren't defended before, which isn't nothing, but it's like it just seems like a weird move. I'm gonna do this. It's like at the dead minimum, it's forcing my opponent to actually like defend something or move in a defensive way rather than just. But I didn't see that. Okay, because I was like, yeah, I'll at least be able to. Ugh, fuck. This is really bad. All right, I have nothing. I was trying to find some way to like create counterplay. I was trying to find a way to bait them into getting forked or something, but there really isn't, as far as I could see. I was trying to look at doing this, but like this, you can't fork that. This, like everything is defended basically. This is yeah, everything is defended right now, and I'm down material, etc. And the main advantage I was talking about was like, oh well, my knight can come out here, and I wasted the like maybe I could have done this. threatening to trade isn't really good for me. Like normally you're happy to trade a knight for a bishop, but I think when you're down 2 pawns, you're not. So that really wasn't much of a threat, but at least it wasn't so committal. Like they couldn't just push me out with a pawn. I could, but I'm on the rim and stuff, and there's really nowhere to go. So that probably wasn't any good. Feels like I don't really have much I can do or could have done, even in that spot. I need to be looking at pawn breaks, I guess. If I could just, okay, well, they're looking at pawn breaks now. I want to see if I can bait them into taking en passant because people love to take en passant, and I could get my queen more active. My queen was defending some key stuff, but it's not anymore. This, I mean, this is obviously very weak, and it's only defended by the queen, but you kind of have to assume that pawn is gone. But I'm just looking at like if they take en passant and I take like this, I'm at least pointing at this pawn that is also only defended by a queen. And at least I'm having like some prospect of counterplay at that point. Okay, okay, don't do it. They target my rook. If I go here, where are they gonna go? Here. I mean, this is defended, so going here is no longer even good. I could go here and then force them to trade with tempo. Seems pretty shitty though. Does this do anything whatsoever? Yeah, kind of. I'm gonna try to exploit this pin or something. Because that was my weak pawn. If I can make it do something, it might be good. Although most likely they just advance it and then I have nothing. Like in fact they have a pawn chain at that point. Yeah, this is looking really bad. Uh, I'm just gonna do this because I don't believe that I can win. If I trade any more material, I'm not gonna win. I don't have any like it's not the kind of game where oh well maybe I can back rank mate them or my blah 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 is really good or I have this attack going so I can trade material. It's like if I trade material, it's just it looks pretty over, doesn't it? Let's see. Can I get out of this at all? I could go here maybe. I mean, we are trading material, but at least I'm not like losing my queen. Uh, it's probably what I have to do. I do have like a check now, but I have like no pieces left, so check. I could just they just get out there. I'm just gonna go in. I don't think it really is gonna work, but maybe they blunder something. This at least has me attacking somewhat. Thinking like at a minimum, if they if they go like over here or something, I can just they block. Okay. Just trying to get my bishop out here. If they move their queen, I can take the H pawn. For as long as this is pinned, like I kind of have a material advantage, but not really. We'll see if I can do anything. I'm gonna try to like move in on this pawn with my king. This is such a bad trade for me. I can't take it. Just keep going back here when I can to keep that knight off, if possible. But so I wanted to go here anyway. I'm gonna lose that pawn though. Maybe I should have just been like doing some other thing to get this bishop out. Oh, fuck, I didn't. I'm gonna get checkmated, aren't I? I can go. What can they really do? They've prevented like king from moving, which is quite bad because that was really all I had. Okay, they're trying to do that. I don't think I can get out of this, can I? I ran out of time. I'm trying to calculate it, but I think if I go there, okay, whatever. I mean, they're just gonna take all my pawns, and I can't win. That's my last game. I'm not playing well tonight. It's just getting a little bit frustrating. Yeah, so like what is this? E Interesting that this is a with D5 being the main idea. Yeah, I like how that looks. I mean, you get they really don't have a lot of annoying stuff they can do, whereas when I did that, it's like they just get the center, and I never really managed to contest it. Like I actually want to look at this one at the engine because I just don't know what I was doing in the opening, and I just want to know like how off my instincts were on like that fianchetto and stuff like that. Like when was I losing the whole time? And I really can't tell you by just looking and trying to analyze myself. I don't. I knew I was losing. It's yeah. It felt like I was losing. Pretty. There were a few moments apparently where my opponent blundered, but I never. It was stuff I couldn't figure out how to stop. They didn't like the fiend cutout. I mean, they don't like it, but it still resulted in a completely neutral position that my opponent was able to blunder. I really. So this is their big blunder that I didn't see. I'm not seeing how this is good. I take if they take back. Oh, this is actually the move I said I was supposed to do. Remember, this is the move where I said it's forced because look, if they take back, I have the rook. Yeah, this is the. I remember seeing that. Okay, cool. Although I don't think I saw it right here. I think I saw it later. Here. Yeah, this is where I said, okay, I should do this, and I didn't. So I actually saw this, and this was actually a very winning line, which I could have. I almost played it, and I didn't. But this, what I did was a blunder. And this apparently isn't even bad still, but it was when I did that, I guess. So. What are they supposed to do if I go here? Check. Oh, check in with the bishop. Yeah, that's bad. But this is what is this really doing? Is this going to trap the rook somehow? What if they just go here? Oh, it's not. Oh, it was bad because I exposed my king. Yeah, that's obvious. Well, even that was bad. Anyway, thanks so much.